Well, it's been a long time in coming, but I'm finally going to be able to get back to working on this kitchen renovation that I started several years ago. In this video, I hope to get the walls painted and the trim done. Well, hey everybody, I'm Bill with Live Simple, Live Free. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I started this kitchen renovation, I don't even know, several years ago, 2.5 years ago maybe, something like that. I built an addition out the back and I renovated the kitchen all in one project. But I got it, just like many contractors that work on their own house, I got it to the point where it was functional but not finished. And then I found more important things to do. Like my son and I bought and renovated and flipped a house. And then we bought a house in Florida. We spent half the year there. And then I built out this camper truck. I finally finished that. So I think I can finally get back onto this project, and I'm really eager to get it done. So let's go. I'm going to have to unhook that propane hose to pull this out far enough to get in there. I already, just inside the closet, I turned off the propane. Okay. Now I can move it. And get back inside of there so I can paint it. Take this piece of stainless steel off the wall so I can paint behind it. Over here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's places here on the wall where grease was splattering up from the stove that was right here before I put that stainless steel on there. Now with that stainless steel sheet there, that protects the wall and it's easy to clean the grease off because the stove is right next to the wall. Alright, that's all done. So now I gotta wait until that dries. Then I can screw that stainless steel sheet back up on there. So now that I got the kitchen done in there, I'm going to come in here and do the dining area. But I got enough furniture in here that I can't really do the whole thing at once. So I'm going to do just the two walls, this one, and then over here. Now this right here, that was where the old exterior door was before I started the renovation. The refrigerator was actually over here where this was a window here. There's a refrigerator in front of it, and that was the door. But I plugged up that hole and moved the door over to here when I built the new addition. Now I am putting this tarp down on the floor and moving it around as I go, but I'm not really sure why, because after I finish painting the walls, the next thing is to put new tile to cover up this old nasty tile. But I guess it's just force of habit. I keep the tarp there. So when I built this addition, I broke through the wall right here where the window used to be and turned it into a door. And on this side it's all sheetrock, so I put in the corner bead and finished it off with the sheetrock. The problem is, on this side, it's paneling. You can't see the grain in the camera, but this is wood. So for me to put a corner bead and do spackle around here, it just doesn't work. you can see up here. So what I need to do is put in some kind of a wood molding on here. And normally I would just use a piece of wooden outside corner mold like what we've got right here. But that's not going to work because I've got a gap here. This is too wide. Down here, that's too wide for just a piece of corner mold like that. So I'm going to have to go with something a little bit more substantial. So while I'm doing that, I decided to actually go with something that I would call, well, maybe epic. You'll see. So now here where the new kitchen meets the hallway, I have the same situation. This is sheetrock, this is paneling. So I'm going to have to do something here, and this is a little bit wider than the other stuff I was dealing with. So this is the molding I was using on the doors in there, and this is not wide enough. I cover it here. Actually, it's going to be out there, so it'll come out like that, and it doesn't cover it. So I had to get a wider piece of molding. It's the same style, but it's wider. And even at that, I still have to lap it the right way, because when I do it like this, it still doesn't cover. But if I move this in and do it like that, then it covers it. So it's going to look like there's a pillar here on the corner. I think it's going to be kind of cool. So now when I try to put this molding up here, I discover that this piece is in the way. It needs to go like that, but that's not sitting flat. So I'm going to have to cut that off. Right there. There's only one tool that I know of that will cut that molding without actually taking the molding down, and that's this. It's called an oscillating saw. This is relatively new. When I quit professional contracting 15 years ago, they didn't have one of these. It hadn't been invented yet, I guess, but this is a saw blade right there with small little teeth, and when you turn it on, it vibrates back and forth like this, oscillates back and forth. Real fast like that, and it cuts right through something mounted on the wall. I'll show you. I love this tool. Wish I had it when I was doing contracting full time. Isn't that cool? I like that. And now I have the same situation down here on the floor with the base molding. Got to cut it off right there. Okay. I have to be careful about this little wire. That's the wire that goes to the doorbell right over there. So that'll be underneath of the molding after I put that on there. All right, that works. Okay, so right here, this is cove molding.
Okay.
And I need to get some over here to match it. I went to Lowe's. I couldn't believe it. They don't have any cove molding at all. They've got all the slots for it, but they're all empty. They didn't have anything. Not in any size. I wanted to make sure I got the right size. They don't have any size cove molding at all. So, let me show you what I got.
Okay. Oh, how beautiful.
Tell me what you think of this. Of course, I have to paint it.
Oh, honey, that
Right
looks
there like
so
that.
nice. Oh, sure.
Yeah,
It's enough around the corner that
yeah,
I
it's a
don't think...
different room. That's the hallway. You go into another room.
Oh, I know. That's going to be beautiful, hon.
This will wrap all the way around there. Sorry.
Oh, no, I think that's going to be really cool.
Yep.
Oh, that's
I
beautiful.
still have to paint it before I put it up.
Okay.
Now around the corner here I have this last angle cut. to go there, but I can't put that up yet because I'm putting a piece of crown molding up here that's going to go into the wall, and I need to find out how that's going to interact with this, so I don't know where to cut the length yet. So I'll just leave that there for now. Put some paint over the nails. Well, dear one, what do you think?
Oh, this is just getting more exciting by the minute. I love how the color came out. It's that same silvery white that we used in the mudroom, but because this was on top of yellow, it's got just this little hint of green, a little bit, which blends beautifully into my livable green in the rest of the house. I love how it came out.
Yeah, when I was putting that on, it looked white when it was wet, but after it dried, it's a very subtle silver gray kind of color.
Yeah, no, I love it. We had a hole in the wall here, and I literally just took a little thing that you paint on, a canvas, and we painted it and put it on there. It works beautifully.
I couldn't patch the hole because that's not sheetrock, it's paneling.
Yes.
So we just covered it and painted it.
And I think it looks great. I bought this tapestry because this is our electric box, and it needs to have easy access. But with this just hanging there, it's French and it's covered in just all sorts of flowers, and I think it looks really nice. So that solved that problem and made this look really nice without being the metal electric box. So yeah, I'm thrilled with the color. And isn't this beautiful? Look at here. This is all finished now, beautifully finished. And over here, now this is gorgeous. It just looks so good. I love it. And he put in some beautiful top molding. And my pantry now has all of the framing done. I can't think of the word, but it's all framed up. Yeah, I think it's gorgeous. This has all been painted, of course, and I finally got my top curtain rehung again now that that's all been done. And I was looking at these beautiful fresh walls and realized it'd been a while since I'd washed the curtains. So I washed all of them, and they just feel really nice and fresh. Now this cabinet was the one that we had in the bathroom, but it wasn't going to work with us needing to put in a kitchen, a sink cabinet that was that gray color. So we matched this to that gray color in the bathroom. But this is still a beautiful piece of furniture. So as we get things done, it may be hung like right here. We're possibly thinking about putting it right here, and I'll move pictures around. But I still think that's going to be very useful to have, just to put some things in that we need to get a hold of. So.
And some of you who are more astute may notice that we've now got a deep freezer right there.
We just put a real small little chest freezer. It just tucks right into this little nook here and is not in the way, and it's very handy to have that. So, and this is a Polish pottery. I just love it. Yep, it's all coming together.
So over the past year or so, we've gotten a number of comments about this wall. When are you going to paint that wall?
Yeah.
It was two different colors, and then the wood going across here was bare, unpainted wood. Well, now it's all painted, same color. It looks great. I'm very happy with that. So the next step is for me to finish, I don't know if you can see it, yeah, to finish all the crown molding that goes around the top of the counters, of the cabinets, and then right here we're going to have a mug rack.
Yeah.
So that should be the next step.
Yep. And really, hon, at that point, it's just going to be
And
flooring.
then the floor.
Flooring and kickboards and baseboards.
Yep. Yep.
This is pretty exciting.
I'm pushing to get this finished before we leave on our RV trip this summer,
Yeah.
which is only about a month away. So. Yeah.
Time flies, man.
Yeah. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.
Yes, live simple.
Live free. You be blessed.
Yep, and we'll keep bringing you along. Love you guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.